presentations by three ladies. The spiritual mother, the motherhood, mother's role in shaping her family, that was discussed. And then afterwards, on the Tuesday, that special lecture by Dr. Shyam Bhatia on Adi Shankara Jayanti. So that has been in the last week's program. And this today we will start, as we already mentioned, in the process of the Saga of the Soul, the Upanishad. And today we will discuss about the few slokas of the Isha Upanishad. And the beginning of the Isha Upanishad, that gives the complete idea of the Hinduism. So let us chant that one. So some of you must have purchased the book. You see then the beginning of that, it is there. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purna Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. This is a unique way, just in 2 lines, the total idea of Hinduism or the Vaidika Dharma, the Sanatana Dharma. What is that? It says that all these, whatever, it is full. That is full, this is also full. This is a very special way of expression. Purnamada, Purna idam. That is full, this is also full. That means that Brahman. And this means this universe. This fullness has been projected from that fullness. This fullness has been projected from that fullness. When this fullness merges in the fullness, all that remains is fullness. So this is very special. We have to understand the background of these and that. Otherwise, it is very difficult to understand why this Purnamada, Purna idam, then Purnat, from that the full, Purnam udachyate, the complete that they are taking. Now, when we know that from the full, if we take the full, what remains? Some people will say nothing remains. And some people will say that has become this. Both are wrong. Because that remains as it is, this also remains as a reflection of that as it is. So that is the reason we are studying Upanishad, we are practicing religion, we are trying to do so many other things, morality and all, to go back to this idea that I am full. I always think that I am limited. I always think that I am small, I am weak, I am ignorant. But basically, I am full, I am complete. So with this, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. And that it says, pure consciousness. What is that? It is pure consciousness. We have also the consciousness. At this moment, we are all conscious. We know all around what we are happening. We are not sleeping. We are not dreaming. We are conscious. Anyone, if you ask, immediately the answer will come, conscious. But that is called pure consciousness or the Brahman. This word, the Brahman, has been used again and again to express this. Now, Brahman and Bhagavan, Brahman and Ishvara, are they all same? No. The Brahman is total. With that, nothing can happen. But without that, nothing can happen. When from there, the power comes, the reflection comes, and all creation begins. So that says the Brahman, that pure consciousness, suddenly as if thought that I am only alone, I am only one, I want to be many. Ekaham, eka, one, aham, me, bohu, many, shyamavihi, I want to be many. That just he thought, it thought. We cannot say he or she. It thought, because the consciousness, as if, I am using the word. Nobody knows how this creation, why this creation. Everyone is explaining in different way. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna says it is Leela. No one can explain. So this thought immediately projected, not created, projected. So about the creation we talk, we have already studied about the creation, but it is projection. From that it has been projected, because the material cause and the intellectual cause are the same. Now this wood and the carpenter are different. The wood is inert and the carpenter is conscious. But in this case, it is the consciousness producing what? Inert things? That cannot be. It must be consciousness. From the consciousness comes the consciousness only. In that case, we are all conscious at the same. So why we cannot understand this? Why this journey? Why this striving to realize God? That is the main thing to understand, because it says in between the God has given, God has created through His power. It is called Maya. This Maya, we explain in that way, in the Vedanta they explain in that way, that this is the Maya. And many people, many other philosophy, they say it is the shaitan, it is the devil, it is something that has separated us from God. But we say no, it is not separation, it is only illusion. I am here only. I was sleeping. Then I felt that I am somewhere inside the jungle. The tiger is chasing me, no one around to save me. And I am perspiring, I am running and shouting and screaming, help me, help me. Then when I got up, I found I am on my bed. But what was that? And it proves that all over I am sweating. That was also true. But how it was true? In the dream. Similarly, in this life, they say everything is true, but lower truth. That's Swami Vivekananda say it is not false, it is also truth, but lower truth. The more we develop, more we understand the higher truth. So that is the whole of Vedanta. Now here, this is the peace chant that we say, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. It says that means Purnamada. That is consciousness, that is attribute-less Brahman. The Brahman with attribute. Attribute means adjectives. Now when we talk about that he is a very powerful person, he is a person, but very powerful, the attribute, very knowledgeable, very good singer, all these things are attributes. Then similarly in the Brahman, when there are attributes, is the all powerful God, all pervading God. But without that, How to express? How to express that consciousness? That's why Swami Vivekananda, after realizing that knowledge, he said, only he can understand who has understood. Only he will be able to understand it who has already understood it. Otherwise, it is impossible. No one can express. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna sometimes is telling, I feel like telling you, but I can't. As if somebody is choking my throat. I can't. But you have to realize it. That's called self-realization, self-knowledge. There's a book again, self-knowledge. With this, it says that is pure consciousness and it is perfect. Now, what is this universe? What is this universe? It's called Hiranyagarbha. Again, this word, if you can remember, Hiranya means golden, Garbha means the womb, it's the golden womb, the Hiranyagarbha. Why they say Hiranya? Very costly, very special. And from that, everything has been created. How the creation comes? This is very special in Vedanta. For everything they have judged and then understood, then explained. The creation is possible when only three things are changing. Equilibrium, no creation. When changing, then the creation. What is those three things? They call it gunas. What are those gunas? Sattva, Raja and Tama. These three gunas, qualities, if we translate it, qualities, these three qualities, when in equilibrium, exactly the same, then there is no creation. The moment there is little changes, there is creation. And when this creation comes, sometime when the Raja is more active people, Tama is more than very dull type of people, jealous people. Why these people are changing? And sometimes some very good people. Because of the sattva. Because these three qualities are there, and these three qualities are changing. In the chemistry also, when in this way similar, we can see the milk white and the water no color. Then when we are mixing milk and white, slowly, if the milk and the white are the same quantity, 50-50, it takes a different color. It's not white, not also without color, or what. This is a different type of color it comes. If you are mixing the black, it becomes black. So similarly, we can understand there are three qualities, that's called gunas. These gunas is coming from the same Brahman, but the Brahman himself itself cannot create, so it created an agency that is called Hiranyagarbha. From that Hiranyagarbha it creates. The first manifestation of pure Brahman is Hiranyagarbha in the relative universe characterized by name and form. This universe, how we can differentiate name and form? Without the name and without the form, nothing is here in this universe. You try to imagine anything in this universe without name and form. The moment there is no name, immediately we will give a name. Sometimes some new star or new something has been discovered, immediately a name has been given. A new type of animal, immediately a name has been given. Any discovery, name has been given. So without name, we cannot understand. Atom bomb, the moment we say, everybody understands what is that. Majority of us, we do not know what is atom. But the atom bomb, we have heard about it. We have seen the picture. In the Second World War, it has been used. And the terrible destructive power, we all know. The moment they say atom bomb, we understand what is it. The moment they say horse, we can understand what is it. The name and the form. Now, a baby who is not having any idea, just learning. Now you say atom bomb, you say I want that, I want that, I want that. Because it doesn't know. So what is that atom bomb? So that means name and form and the knowledge about it, and that is called this universe. And when that we are slowly going to the basic, that is called spirituality. We are going to the basic. Is a human being, is an animal, as a bird, a reptile, all these planets, plants, trees, they have names and forms that basically it is coming from the consciousness. So when we say it is all consciousness, that is called knowledge. That is knowledge. And exactly that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, after realizing that, he said, I saw everything saturated with that consciousness. And he was telling, very peculiar to many, even this wooden frame, even this concrete building, the temple, Kali temple, the stone image, the Kali, a lady and a cat, everything is nothing but that same consciousness. Many of you know it. Those who have read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, that is the living example of Vedanta. So this there it says Purnamada, Purna idam, Purnat, Purna mudachyate. That is conscious. I am conscious. This table is conscious. Everything is conscious. But within me, the consciousness is more than this table, than this microphone, than this book. They are conscious, but more within me. Why? That is the speciality of the human being. And when that human being, when that consciousness is there, discriminative power is there, uses that, it becomes very easy for the human being to realize the self. That's why again and again it says, do not destroy this human life. We will read Isha Upanishad, Kathopanishad, everywhere, again and again, this thing has been and the projection is coming. Now the word this is the text also means the manifest universe, which like pure consciousness is perfect, names and forms being Maya. Except these names and forms, suppose we remove the name and form, what remains? Consciousness. And this has been explained again, why I quote Sri Ramakrishna again and again, because very simple way he is mentioning, he is giving the example so wonderfully. He said, suppose you are opening an onion. They go on opening one after another, layers after layers. Ultimately what remains? If you open the onion, you will find nothing. Ultimately, nothing is there. Is it nothing? No. It is there, the consciousness. From that, all these epithets has come. I was going to Iowa, and there I saw a village. It has been mentioned. Here, one of the presidents of America, he was, in his childhood days, he was there. The road has been named by his name. So that is, now that he is no more president, but people feel proud. The president of America was here, one of them. But similarly, the people are thinking, oh, this lady who is running for the White House, she was here in Chicago, she belongs to us. These are all epithets. As because she is going to become the president, she may become president, we also feel proud because of the same locality. We also are from Chicago, and the president of America also was in Chicago. So So like this association comes. Why? Because we feel this is ours, isn't it? Every time. And if something bad is there, we don't like to mention it. In our locality, something wrong, something bad, we are not very happy with that. We don't like to mention that. Why? These are all associations, good or bad. It comes with name and form. When that name and form is not there, what remains? So this is what we have to understand. Now it is projected. We are not using the created, the projected. What is the projection? On account of Maya, this power of Brahman, this projection or creation is like as a mirage in the desert. As a mirage in the desert, that is, or the like that the snake in a rope. All these things are there. Examples have been given. The many of the people, they have not seen the mirage because they have not seen the desert. But the rope they mistook as a snake. So the examples are given. Now when we see the snake, I see the snake, I am afraid, I am asking for help. Then someone comes with the light. What I see? The same snake has transformed into a rope. It was a simple rope, ordinary rope that was lying on the road. But the situation, it was a little dark. It was not, I could not see it clearly. So I imagined that rope as snake. So who created the snake? I created. How? By projecting the snake idea on the rope. So you have to remember this. To understand Vedanta, again and again, this projection idea will come. The Vedanta means it is consciousness. But we are covering that consciousness, and over that cover, we are projecting unconsciousness. That is very peculiar. And there we say, this is a wood, that is an iron, that is this, that is that. Actually, each and everything is nothing but the consciousness. Over the consciousness, we are covering it. And when I look at me, when I am considering me, I think I am a human being, I am a man, I am a grown-up person. All these things I am imposing. Going on, I am happy, I am in a very bad shape, I am not happy. All these things what? I am imposing. That is the thing. So in the sleep, as we impose, we create this thing that I am running and the tiger is chasing, all my creation only. So now friends, this is the first prayer, and we understand Purnamada, Purna Idam. Purna means complete, Ada means that is the Brahman, that is complete. And this, from that it has come, projected, this means this universe is also complete. Now when it has been taken away, as if from that full, it has become full, it is also full. That idea again and again will come in the Upanishad. Now, what is Upanishad? It says, Seyam, Sa, Ayam, Seyam. Sa means that, Ayam means this, Brahma Vidya, Upanishad, Shabda, Vachya. Very simple Sanskrit. That Brahman, that consciousness has been called or named as Upanishad. What is Upanishad? That Brahman only. Because it speaks about Brahman. It tries to give all the explanations about the Brahman. So what is Upanishad? Seyam Brahma Vidya Upanishad Shabdavachya. And Upanishad means the knowledge of Brahman. Again it says, Vedanta Nama Upanishad Pramanam. Another word we always mention, that is the Vedanta. Everywhere nowadays people are talking about Vedanta. We are studying Vedanta, there's a Vedanta group, we have Vedanta this, Vedanta that. What is that Vedanta? Today morning we were discussing about the Vedanta that we are discussing about Vedanta. What is that Vedanta? Everyone talking about Vedanta. What is that Vedanta? Upanishad. What is that Vedanta? It's the knowledge of Brahman. And what is that knowledge of Brahman? It says, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. These three, if you remember, that is sufficient to understand the complete idea. First is, what is Upanishad? Brahma Vidya, knowledge of Brahman. Second, the same thing has been named as, called as Vedanta. What is that Vedanta? This is again the Upanishad. Now if we try to understand what is Vedanta, it says everything is nothing but the consciousness. Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. All these are nothing but Brahman. All these are nothing but Brahman. And that is the reason we cannot say no to anyone. The Hindu, the pure Hindu, those who are following the Hinduism cannot say no to anyone. Why? Because each and every one is the manifestation of the same Brahman. The different form, different name, but they are the Brahman. So that is why no differences, and that is pure Hinduism. Now in the first parts of the Upanishad, if you have your book, you can open it. The very first verse of this Upanishad, it says, Isha Vashyam Idagum Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat Tina Taktina Bhunjita Ma Gridha Kasyasid Dhanam. See, if you purchase the small, only each Upanishad, on books are there, by Swami Gambhirananda Ji, by Swami Lokeshananda Ji. It has been given the Sanskrit and the transliteration, word for word meaning, that all the books are available. You need not to purchase the whole book, but these books are also there. So you can follow. Why? Because it is not just a simple lecture. When you are starting, if you are not following, you won't be able to understand. And there's a speciality. It's not just going on giving a lecture on a poem or something or a story, but this is the truth, and slowly, slowly we will go into it, and the language that has been used here is very, very special. So, Isha Vashyam Idagum Sarvam, and when it says that whatever exists in this changing universe should be covered by the Lord. Isha. Isha means the Lord. Vasyam means the cover. I have to cover everything with Lord, with God. What? This universe. Is it not very special way of expression? The cover everything with God. It is not telling that you must see everything God. No. It's telling cover everything with the God. The cover means you have to make totally, other things should not be there. Try to see God in every being. No. Cover everything with the help of God. That means you are forgetting that something else was there. When you cover, you do not know what is there. So that way it says, sometimes when you are covering the floor, sometimes the floor is broken, some dots are there, but with a beautiful carpet, when you are covering, we don't find those things. So that way we are covering, we see only one thing. What is that? Consciousness. And that is called the Brahman. Isha Vashyam Ida Gum Sarvam. This gum, the pronunciation gum, that is special in Veda. In the modern day Sanskrit, they never pronounce in that way. So, and afterwards from the next classes, we'll try to, if you are interested, we'll try to chant it. The Isha Upanishad, usually they chant. Only 18 verses are there, mantras are there. So if you are interested, we can learn that. Isha vasyam idagum sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagata tena taktena bhunjita magridha kasya sid dhanam. Like this. So very simple, and you will find that the Brahmins in many places, the Kashi and many other places, they are keeping a long tail and the hair, and then the hand is like this. They will be keeping the meter like this. Isha vasyam, like they will be doing. I saw the modern haircuts, almost like the Brahmin, only and everything is shaven only from here. Some hair is going back, so that is the modern hair, almost like Brahmin, a little only. So the modern day Brahmins, no problem. The haircut is there. So this way they are following the old tradition in a new way. And then some days afterwards they will change it. When there will be no hair, there is no problem. So this we are thinking that Isha vashyam idagum sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Jagatyam, in this world, yat kincha, whatever, jagat, subject to change. This is the world. What is the meaning of the jagat? Anything that is changing, that is jagat. Jagat, the word jagat has been used. How? Anything that is changing. And what are the things are changing? Right from the sun, everything are changing. Regularly, every moment is changing. That's why they have given the name Jagat. And sometimes they are using the word samsara. Samyak sarati, ya sa, samsara. Samyak, completely. Sarati, passing away. Ya, that is samsara. And when we keep our mind on that and we thinking that this is permanent, that's called samsari. Samsari means one who is thinking this continuous changing thing as permanent. That's called samsari. So this is the mistake we always make. But if we know this is changing and no problem, that they are free from that. They are not samsari. They are living in the samsara, but free from that. Tena taktena bhunjita. It is a wonderful way it says, the Lord who is the supreme and the innermost, and that is the projecting. In this changing, bhunjita, nourish, strength, the consciousness of the Lord in everywhere. Kasya sid dhanam. Anyone's wealth, and actually no wealth, ma gridha, do not cover, do not be greedy. Ma gridha. Now this is the first, this sloka, first mantra we call. What is that? This jagat, this is the projection in this world, and this jagat, actually that which is perishable, which is changing, idam sarvam, all these. They are not giving the list of the things. Idam sarvam, everything except one, and that is the Brahman. Except the Brahman, everything is changing. And now you have to cover that, as we were discussing, Purnamada Purnamidam. Similarly, the first sloka is this. Then bhunjitha, enjoy it. How? By covering it as the God, the manifestation of the God. Everything is nothing but the God. In the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, there is a description of a monk. He used to practice the spiritual practices in a very peculiar way, spiritual way, Early morning he will get up and he will go on singing, "Oh God, you have created the sky, you have created the air, you have created the ocean, you have created the sun," everything he will go on praising. And he will go on covering each and everything with the God. Everything is created by God, nothing. So that is the reminder constantly. Whatever I see is nothing but the manifestation of the God, and that is Vedanta. And here also it says enjoy, but enjoy how? By imposing on that the manifestation of the God. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he saw some of the ladies, they are not in good characters, but they were there. But Sri Ramakrishna saw them and was so happy. "Mother, you have dressed like this? You like this dress? Very good." Can you imagine? He is not criticizing other people, turning the face. Other people are very much feeling bad that we have brought Sri Ramakrishna here. This is not a good place. This is a brothel. Wrongly we have come over here. Sri Ramakrishna is not seeing the brothel. He is seeing that the same manifestation of the mother in them. And he is telling, "Mother, you are in dresses? Very good." So happy. Some people who are drinking on the street, the devotees, they wanted to close that window of that carriage, the horse carriage, and so that the Sri Ramakrishna cannot look at them and see them. But Sri Ramakrishna saw them. He opened the window and he said, "Oh, enjoy, enjoy, that's very good." Where from? Why he is telling like that? Not that he is encouraging the drinking. He is encouraging to enjoy. What is that enjoyment? Enjoyment of God. How? By covering everything with God. Anything and everything that I see is nothing but the God. And sometimes some people, or the ones from Swami, the Vedantin Swami, he was struck by a snake. And in that poison, terrible poison, the pain, when people were afraid what is going to happen to him, he will die, he was so happy. My God has sent the message to me. Now I will go back to him. He is happy. In everything they see the God. When that is the condition, what happens? In every moment, every situation, every condition, they are in great joy. And that is why it says, Bunjita. Enjoy. But enjoy with this idea that everything is nothing but the God. Tena taktena bhunjita magrida. But don't feel attached to this. The greediness should not be there. Because whose is this? If we really go and see whose is this, is nothing. Now we went to the China, we saw the forbidden city. And anything forbidden, people are curious. What is that forbidden city? So we'll go. We went to that forbidden city. There is no more forbidden. Anyone can go. What was there? The king used to live over there, take rest and all maybe, and no one else was allowed to go. That was the forbidden. So that forbidden city, now everybody can go. So that is changed totally. And so many, those who have visited, they know. Those who have the pictures also you can see. So many wonderful buildings, very costly buildings. Hundreds of thousands of people, they used to live over there, guarding and protecting the king. Where is all those things there? Nothing, everything is living over there. Everything left. Where is that king? Nowhere. And one king, he thought that I am enjoying this world as being a king, the strong person. When I die, when I go to the other world, I need the soldiers. I need my other companions also, the ministers, servants. So they say they didn't kill, but they made the images and they kept thousands of that soldiers waiting, standing as if they are with the king. Is it? So all this idea, very wrong idea, I am not going anywhere, I am here only. Only I am changing this body, which belongs to this. I am actually inside that consciousness, I am still there. So that is called Bunjita Magrida. Don't be thinking that I have to enjoy this, I have to grab this, I have to keep it me without sharing with anyone. This is all wrong conception, and this is the special teaching of the Upanishad. And it says, Isha Vasyam Idagum Sarvam. Ida, this, Sarvam, everything, covered. Yatkincha Yagatyam Jagat. That Jagat means that which is constantly changing, moving, that's Jagat also. Tena, Taktena, Bunjita. Understanding this, if you can, by renunciation you are enjoying. What you are renouncing? That wrong idea that this is permanent. That you are renouncing and you are enjoying. And how you can realize Brahman, how you can achieve the knowledge of Brahman? Only one way, renunciation. Without the renunciation, you cannot achieve anything, not the Brahman. And that is why it says how to realize Brahman, how to get the knowledge of Brahman, only through renunciation. Without renunciation, nothing can be achieved. Now the second sloka, today we will read this also. Kurbanne veha karmani jijibishit shatagam samaha evam tui nanyatetasti na karma lipyate nare. Now here comes an idea of karma. You know, the Hindus and the Buddhists also very much afraid of karma. And because of that idea, they cannot become immoral. The immoral way they won't work. Why? Because any bad work you do, the result will be bad and that will come to you only. So that it says, Kurbanne veha karmani jijibishet satagam samaha. Karmani kurban eva, doing his work as prescribed by the scripture. It's not telling that you should not work, because everything is temporary. So what I am going to do with this? I should not work. Let me wait for the moksha or for the death. No, not like that. You must work, intense work, enjoy this world. But idea is you must do this work as prescribed by the scripture. What is that prescribed work? Many of us have forgotten. The Hindus, they used to practice Pancha Mahayajna. These 5 yajnas, almost all the householders should practice. What is that? Pancha Yajna. One is Rishi Yajna. Rishi Yajna means reading and understanding the scripture. These rishis, they have described the wonderful idea of the Brahman and the God. Now, if we don't understand that, if we don't know that, what is the use of that? So, when we read the scripture, that is the rishis are very happy. Oh, they are reading, they are trying to understand. That is called Rishi Yajna. And then Deva Yajna, the gods, the celestial beings, they are also happy when we perform the special way of yajnas, offering our food to God and then asking, please have it. And that is called Deva Yajna. Then Pitri Yajna, our ancestors. Because of them we are here. So we should not forget them. So we remember them and we pour water and many other, particularly remembering them, because they are there in the consciousness as a soul. So we are remembering them, that is called Pitri Yajna. Then Nri Yajna. Nri means the human being. The poor people are there, they need some help. So we are giving them food or clothing or medicine or education. So many different ways we can help them. And finally, Bhuta Yajna. Bhuta means these different beings. I saw yesterday in one house, they have kept different type of food for the birds. And different birds, they have different habit of taking the food. All birds cannot just come and prick. So they have the different habit. And that here in America, they have researched and they have kept all those things. It's not just I have, after my food, after my eating, I am just throwing something. No, not like that. Special food, water, and also honey that is hanging. Birds are coming, they are drinking, they are eating. That's called Bhuta Yajna. You may remember, many of you who are little elderly, that when people used to sit for eating in the Hindu houses, they used to keep some food outside the plate, to give it to the fish, to give it to the cows, to give it to the dogs and jackals and all this, because the Bhuta Yajna, every day, before taking a morsel of food myself, I should remember those who needs food also. So that is called Bhuta Yajna, then Nri Yajna, then Pitri Yajna, then Deva Yajna, Rishi Yajna. These are all 5 yajnas. So I was asking one family, they wanted, so we have little money, but our children, they don't want it. They are earning. Now both of them are good doctors, so they are earning. They said, we don't want your money. And we have also inherited some the property from our parents. What we are going to do with this? I told you, do Pancha Yajna, these 5 yajnas. This Pancha Yajna, you are distributing books. You will see many people, they give Gita or the Bible free, they distribute. That's called Rishi Yajna. So people should read the holy books. And sometimes I say, when you are going to someone's house, you are carrying a bunch of flower, maybe a bouquet, that's good. And also give a book, good book. Thoughts of Power, Swami Vivekananda, small book, Thoughts of Power. Those people, whoever will read that, really they will get the powerful thoughts, the Thoughts of Power by Swami Vivekananda. And how to control the mind, that is also different small books are there, that helps. Many people, they are benefited by that. And we get sometimes the letters. He was telling, I was losing faith on myself. Then suddenly I came to that 1 or 2 pages of that book I read, and now I am thinking, I can do, I can be successful also. So that is called Rishi Yajna. So these they say, Kurbanne veha karmani, jijibishat satadgum samaha. Jijibishat may want to live even in this way, and it says, Toi nare, to you that the human being, O man, karma na lipyate. If you practice karma, if you do karma work in this fashion, in this way, this work will never bind you. So that is called the scriptural way of living. Everything we are doing the business, we are performing all our duties, but at the same time we are aware these 5 things we must practice. And when we are practicing these 5 things, look at it, whole society is nourished. The complete society is getting the strength, support. So that is why the samsari, they are very, very special, very important in their life. They are supporting each and every thing. So this way, if we live, we can live 100 years and live with joy, and nothing is binding you, and after this you will be free. So that is the very first the call for renunciation, the very first mantra of the Isha Upanishad, the call for renunciation. And second, if we cannot renounce in that way, then you must live or lead your life in this way so that you are not bound by your karma. The karma phala, if we are bound, again you have to come back, and not only that, we will suffer. How you will suffer? The third sloka, it says, Asurya namate loka, andhena tamusa britaha, taste pratyabhigachanti eke cha atmahano janaha. As if they are committing suicide. If after having this human birth, if you are not utilizing it properly, then as if you are committing suicide. Why? Then you will go to a place where even there is no light, in the darkness, and sometimes we call it as hell. Asurya namate loka, known as such, Asurya, sunless, and the fit for the demons only. There your soul will go. That is the terrible condition. Why? Because even being a human, we could not understand, and naturally these are the sufferings. We will discuss this next class. But if you have any question, and you can ask, and if I know the answer, then I'll answer. Please, any question? Or let us chant this Shanti mantra again and complete. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purna Mudachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. About this Brahman in great details, the discussion will be in our spiritual retreat, the very first spiritual retreat of this year. That will be in Ganges the coming week from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Swami Sarvadevananda ji of Hollywood Center, he is coming. So if you are interested, that will be on Brahma Sutra, all on Brahman. And very wonderful way, these sutras, these mantras, they have given the explanation of the Brahman. So if you are interested, please come and join in that retreat. You can register online, or you can come over there and then register. But we will request you to come on online. Why? Because we know how many people are coming, so accordingly other arrangements like the food and the bed and all those things can be done. So if it is possible, please come there. Thank you.